It was a grand evening at the royal court. A magnificent banquet had been arranged, and all the noblemen, ministers, and dignitaries sat in their designated places according to their ranks. The atmosphere buzzed with anticipation as they waited for the king to make his grand entrance. Suddenly, the heavy wooden doors of the banquet hall creaked open, and an unassuming man dressed in simple, modest clothing entered the room. Unlike the elaborately dressed courtiers and officials, this man carried no emblem of status, no sign of nobility or authority. Yet, with quiet confidence, he walked toward the seating arrangement and, to everyone's astonishment, took a seat the highest position in the hall, above even the royal ministers and advisors. A murmur of shock spread through the crowd. How dare this unknown man break the protocol of the court? The prime minister, a man of great wisdom and experience, rose from his chair and approached the stranger with a stern expression. "Who are you?" the prime minister demanded. "Identify yourself at once." The stranger remained calm, his face serene. The prime minister, slightly annoyed, began his questioning. "Are you the advisor of a great king?" he asked. The man shook his head gently. "No," he replied, "I rank above a royal advisor." The prime minister raised an eyebrow, intrigued but skeptical. "Are you a prime minister then?" he continued. Again, the man answered, "No, I am above a prime minister." The room fell into a hushed silence. The gathered nobles and officials exchanged glances. Who could this mysterious figure be? "Are you a king in disguise?" the prime minister pressed on, now growing impatient. The man smiled slightly and responded, "No, my rank is higher than a king." Gasps echoed through the hall. How could anyone claim to be greater than a king? The prime minister, now genuinely curious, continued his inquiry. "Then you must be some great saint," he suggested. But the stranger merely shook his head. "No," he said, "I am above that." The prime minister was now both puzzled and irritated. If this man was not an advisor, a minister, a king, or even a saint, then what could he possibly be? In a mocking tone, the prime minister sarcastically declared, "Then you must be God. After all, there is nothing higher than God." A deep silence settled in the halls. Everyone awaited the stranger's reply. The man, still perfectly composed, looked directly into the prime minister's eyes and said in a calm, unwavering voice, "I am nothing." A profound stillness filled the room. The prime minister, the courtiers, and even the gathered nobles were left speechless. The weight of those simple words, "I am nothing," hung in the air, carrying a meaning far deeper than any title or status. At that moment, they all realized the wisdom in his words. True greatness does not lie in power, wealth, or titles, but in the complete surrender of the ego. The one who claims to be nothing is, in truth, beyond all worldly ranks and measures. And so, in a hall full of men striving for power and recognition, the one who had renounced all attachment to status was, indeed, the highest among them.